Please, even if we don't do Psquare, can't we be brothers? Even if we can't do music, can't we be brothers?
It comes down to one thing. Guess what it comes down to? It comes down to royalties, signatures, contracts, gentleman agreements, and what the official deals are.
Okay, good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just another helpless Nigerian, and today I'm going to talk about the saga of the Okoye brothers, Paul, Peter and Jude. I'm not really going to talk about their personal issue because into family matters I don't really get into that. It's not my problem. Everybody's got their own problem, everybody's got their own personal family problem, so I'm not going to get into that. I just want to open our eyes on issues like this on a local level, because when a group like Psquare can have this kind of dispute, I want to talk about how this kind of issue affect a normal helpless Nigerian. They are internationally known, like they are known everywhere, they have the best lawyer. I think they are well exposed, but yet this kind of things are coming up. A lot of Nigerians are working without contracts, and what most of people don't know is if you're working without a contract, you are exposed to lots of dangers. If you don't have a contract, if you don't have a working contract, you are exposed to a lot of abuses. If we interview a lot of Nigerians working and ask them about their working experience, they are going to tell you about a lot of abuses from their bosses, from their colleagues, from their companies. There's no terms and conditions involved. People just go to work because they need money to eat, because they just need to work. But they don't have a contract, and people are taking advantage of that. Even the governments are taking advantage of people because a lot of people that work in the government sector don't really have a contract. They just work with the federal government. Just imagine people asking for their rights, and imagine what happened recently about the strike. Everything is inflated in Nigeria, but the salary remains the same, and people want to protest, and the government tell them you cannot protest. Why? Because they don't have a contract. Around 1999 to 2000 until now, when Nigeria just moved into democracy rule, my mother was a teacher in Osun State. Then started this strike, and the strike lasted for months. And after the strike ended, there was a fear if the government was going to pay the months they were home or not. This matter lasted for a lot of months. At the end, they paid them, but because they don't really have a good working contract, they don't have a terms and conditions, they don't have a good contract in place, the government was just busy abusing their power on them. This just concluded strike and protest in Nigeria. There are a lot of government bodies, they didn't want to get involved. Some wanted to get involved, not because they don't want to get involved, but they're afraid of being fired. Why? Because they don't have a contract. The government can just tell them, you see all of you out, we are taking new people, and there's nothing they can do about it. So this contractual issue is one big topic that we need to address in Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian workers, when they get to work in the morning, they have to kneel down for their bosses or prostrate for their bosses because they're bosses. That is wrong. Family connection is different from work connection. Today I can decide to come to work and say hi to everyone, and tomorrow I may decide not to say because I have my own personal problem and I just walk past everybody. But can that be done in Nigeria? I think that person is going to get fired immediately. It's going to do something like, Iwo Moyokini, don't you know how to greet person? I'm your boss here, you meet me here. These are the kind of abuses Nigerians go through every day because they don't have a working contract. You just come to work, you feel like your boss is doing you a favor. You feel like your boss is helping your life. They're not helping your life. Your boss cannot do your work. Your boss' work is his work or our work. Your work is your work. Your boss can never do your work. If your boss think they can do your work, let them lay everybody off and do everything. They cannot. All these big companies in Nigeria that they're hiring people, they make Nigeria feel like they're doing them favor. They're not doing them favor. Even in the Western world where they have this robot and everything and machine and equipment to work, they still need people to handle them. So people are taking advantage of you Nigerian, you helpless Nigerian, because you don't have a contract, you don't have terms and conditions about your job. You're just going to work feeling they help you, feeling your boss or your company is doing you a favor. They are not. You are a worker. You have more rights than your company. Your company have rights, but you have a lot of rights. There are a lot of situations, there are a lot of circumstances that you have been abused, but you don't know. And even if you know, you can't do nothing about it. Why? Because you don't have a contract. You can't take them to court. All those guys working at NNPC, Mobi, filling station, filling your tanks and everything, those guys don't have a contract. I can tell you, most of them don't have a contract, but they're going to work every day. But in the Western world, if you are cleaning a floor for 2 hours, you deserve a contract. and your boss cannot treat you anyhow. On your contract, it gives you a lot of conditions to make you enjoy your job. So even if your boss wants to abuse you in any way, you can say to them, this is not my job, this is my job. Nigeria is a very friendly and relaxed community when it comes to work. People want to help each other, but a lot of people are taking advantage of that. Your companies, your bosses, they are taking advantage of that. We have seen a lot of examples from the Nollywood where those old men want to sleep with the young ladies just to give them a scene, just to give them a role in a movie. But because in that job you don't have a contract, you can't complain about it. Sexual assault, sexual abuses, these are massive, these are big offenses that need to be addressed. But because you don't have that working contract, you can't complain about it. Even if you want to complain about it, they will tell you they don't ask you to come in the first place. There are a lot of young Nigerian lawyers that went to law school, but they don't have a chamber, they don't have work, they don't have a job. Maybe some of them are even a teacher in a primary school right now. This is the kind of job they are supposed to be doing, and they abuse your rights in front of you, and you can't do nothing about it. All these young Nigerian people that are always waiting for the government to give them jobs, shame on you. There are a lot of opportunities surrounding you, but you can't see them. Sometimes maybe because of exposure, because most of you guys don't really know what's going on in the outer world. But I'm telling you, a lot of things that are happening in Nigeria when it comes to work, they are not supposed to be. Most of Nigerian workers don't have a working contract. People abuse them on a daily basis. Now let me go back to the Psquare case. You can see a very big, well-organized family business that is going into shambles. Now let me go back to our daily lives. Some of us, we are doing business with our loved ones, with our friends, without actual agreement. Some of you don't even know what you are doing is going to become big in the future. So because of that, you just want to blow and you get yourself into big mess. I want to make an example of Banky W and Wizkid. You see, when Wizkid left Banky W, there was no big noise. Banky W seems to be a very exposed person that have lived in the Western world for a very long time. So after everything, Wizkid left, started his own record label, and we don't hear too much noises. Although most of you are complaining, but there's nothing they can do about it because there's a contract. So as a young person, as a young Nigerian, let us fight to push for working contracts in Nigeria. Because without working contract, a lot of people are going to die for no reason. A lot of people are going to be abused and nothing is going to happen about it. When you're doing business with your family and friends, it is very advisable to have terms and conditions. And if you can put it in a legal way, it's very good. Because people will abuse you. People will cheat on you and there's nothing you're going to do about it. They have big guys at their back and you have nobody. If we decide to take our legal sector seriously in Nigeria, there are a lot of people that have died in the past that will have been living right now. People attack each other because they don't know how to go about it when they feel that they have been abused or something like that. And they take it into a spiritual realm. We have seen a lot of families losing their fathers. We have seen a lot of people losing their life from land grabbing and all those things. If you have a lawyer, if you have a legal team that is representing you, most people don't even come to you with nonsense, talk less of abusing your rights. There are a lot of people that have died. There are a lot of people that have lost their job because they don't have a legal team to support them, because they don't have a contract. Let us wake up today as Nigerians and start doing the right thing. Having a lawyer representing you by your side is going to do you more good than that money you think you're going to be wasting. If you have a job in Nigeria and you are working anything from 4 hours daily in Nigeria, you deserve a contract. You deserve good terms and conditions of working. And you also need a lawyer. So in case when your right is being abused, you can fight for your right. Don't let people just ride on you, take advantage of you because they know there's nothing you can do about it. We have seen a lot of things on social media when people do wrong and they will tell you, what can you do about it? Go and do your worst. Do you know who I am? Do you know who's my friend? Do you know people that I associate with? Do you know my family? Those things are abuse. Those are threats. Those are threats that are supposed to be taken seriously. We have to find a way to stop all those nonsense that is going on in Nigeria, my friend. We cannot continue like this because if you are seeking for a better life, if you are seeking for a good future in Nigeria, these are the things that we have to start to talk about. Shout out to Psquare, Jude, Paul, and Peter. Big respect for you. Since I was a child, I've always been listening to your music. You have inspired a lot of us. I hope you find a way to settle all these things amicably as a family. And I hope you can reunite again as a family for a better future. Thank you for opening our eyes. What has happened to your family is a high opener for all of us. We have learned a lot from you, but we wish you all the best. Big shout out to Adeshokwe. This video was inspired by you, bro. I was watching your video talking about the Psquare saga on an international level, and I said, Let me break it down to local level, because this is a lesson for all of us. This is a high opener, and we wish Psquare family the best. We wish everything goes fine for them in the future. I want to see more amazing work from Psquare. This is going to be the end of my video for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and share with your family and friends. This is going to be the end of my video for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and share with your family and friends as we bring you more exciting, more information. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you're a return subscriber, please like and share with your loved one. See you on the next one. Have a good day.